and welcome. This is Wellness Wednesday, and we'll be talking about a very important topic. And we've been having guests who've been coming most especially for the juzi ya kuogofya, and wengi wao wamekuwa wachungaji. We've had quite a number of them, and which is so empowering because we get to have that testimony of God can take you from this place and to take you to another place. And now most of them being pastors, there's also this aspect ya Mungu amekutendea, and so pia wewe unapata ukiwa mchungaji umewekwa hapo na Mungu ili pia wewe ukaweze kusaidia watu wengine in matters their spiritual faith, their normal walk. Utapata mchungaji atakuja, kuna mshirika atakuja akwambia ndoa yangu iko hivi na hivi, and so what is next? And so there's a school in Nakuru County, and also she will be telling us kama wame go overboard to other counties as well, but it's called Serene, and they are offering psychological classes to pastors. It's something that they came up with, and so far it has benefited so many people, and so we want to understand and also get to understand why did they choose to have this, and what is the importance of the men of God also going to those classes. And so right about now, that's what we'll be discussing today. You can join the conversation on 0799200100. Also, you can get to us on Facebook, Mispa TV Kenya. And so let's get started. Good morning.
Good morning to you.
How are you doing?
Very fine.
Karibu sana Mispa TV.
Asante sana Emily. Yes.
Asante. So tangalia kamera ile uweze kuambia watazamaji vile ambavyo unaitwa na pia unafanya kazi gani.
Thank you. Good morning, viewers. My name is Jane Jerry Kanio. I'm a resident of Nakuru. I'm a psychological counselor by profession. Basically, I deal with individuals, groups. I do counseling in schools, in churches. Just to mention a few, I'm also a trained mediator in the line of conflict resolution. So that forms part of what I do most of the time. And I would not also want to forget that I'm a regional coordinator, coordinating Nakuru and Nyandarua counties in all the programs that pertains to counseling, mediation, schools, any place that we can be called upon to train. I happen to be the person who coordinates those areas, and of course with quite a number of other officers. Yes.
Amazing. Na kwa hivyo leo vile ambavyo nimeweza kuelezea mtazamaji wetu, you do that. Where you work, you offer that. So when did you start, and na nini ilifanya muanzishe?
Okay, personally, I have been a counselor for the last 9 years. And so by the time I joined the Serene College, it had already started many years ago. And so I will talk on the capacity of a regional coordinator, because remember, I'm not the sole proprietor of Serene. However, I can give some information. So for the last 9 years, we have been training the diploma classes, certificate classes. We also have the short course programs that lasts for about 3 days. We can also have a talk, train the staff in an organization, a group of people, and even offer a certificate. So it depends on that which the group is willing to be trained in. Yes.
And so when did you see the importance of having, because you introduced this course later on? It has been there? It
has been there long before I joined the institution. It has been there for close to 19 years now.
19 years.
Yes.
And what is the importance of that course?
Now, counseling, it falls under the mental health. And so anytime we are talking about the mental wellness, we cannot finish that without mentioning the counseling. This is because in counseling, that is where you are able to give people the insights, because as an individual, we have a lot of potentials that have not been utilized, and many times we tend just to remain there without knowing exactly what is expected of us, and waiting for other people maybe to come and do some things for ourselves. Yes, yet we are able to go far because we have what it takes. So again, we realize that from our perspective, most of people, whether it is pastors, whether it is teachers, every other person, we usually go a lot of stress. And when these things happen, whom do we run to? Because every other person will also say, I'm stressed also.
Yeah.
But now, once a person has been trained and you have the skills, that means at the end of the day, to start with, you will be able to cater for your issues and for yourself. And having done that, if I am able to do that for myself, I can again give it out to another person. Because in the real sense, you cannot give out something that you do not
You
have.
do not have.
So, if I have been skilled and I'm able also to move on with my life in a better way, that means at the end of the day, if another person comes to me, I will be able to offer help. So that is how this counseling course becomes very, very important to all of us. Yes.
Nice. I like what you have said, that when everyone, kila mtu anapitia stress. Hakuna mtu mwenye hawezi pitia stress.
Yes.
Either we ni president, either minister, ama nani, kila mtu, everyone is undergoing, in one way or another, ama in a particular time in their life, they will go through that stress. And then now, when you are able to get that skill, as you've said, itaweza kusaidia, wewe utaweza kujua venye utahandle your stress. So hata mtu mwingine akikuja, itakuwa rahisi kusaidia. Wow, that is important. And so tell us, so far, have you been able to train more pastors, and what are the benefits you've seen with that?
Yeah, we've trained so many, actually.
So it's acceptable.
Very much acceptable.
Wow.
We started many years ago, but maybe at the beginning it wasn't flowing. But as I sit here, I can say that quite a very big number of pastors, they are coming to our classes.
Wow.
And I want to state it here that we not only train in Nakuru where we are, we have this program all over the country.
Wow.
If you go to Mombasa, you go to Western, you go to Machakos, you go to any other part of our country, you'll find this course is being trained. Why? Because also we work for the community. We have another association that we call the peer counseling. Now the peer counseling sensitizes the people about the importance of mental wellness. But what happens now with the peer counseling, as an association, they cannot train. They partner with Serene. So you'll realize that all over the country, we go for the sensitizations. And at the end of the day, after the sensitization, we are able to get a number of people, whether it is pastors, whether it is the church goers, whether it is the people in the administration, in the organizations, we are able to train them. So we are not limited to any group of people, because we work for the community. Yeah.
Amazing. And if it's an individual, can someone come and train, probably to become a counselor, for their own benefit without going to other people? Ama strictly it should be, we help you, you go help other people.
Thank you, Emery. I started by saying you cannot give out something that you don't have. And to start with, in counseling, in this course of psychology, the key thing is that you should be able to help yourself. You will be able to deal with your issues. You will be able to deal with your family and the people around you. And even wherever you will be going, you will always show a difference, because there is something that is in you. So it doesn't mean that anytime you have been trained, you must work. You must go out there, look for work. However, what will be the essence of keeping all this knowledge for yourself? So we recommend that once you get the training, you help yourself and your family. Again, you are able also to give it out to other people. Because as I started by saying, we are social beings.
Yeah, we need each other at the end of the day. So you get help, you also get to other help other people.
Exactly.
You've mentioned on something called the peer counselor.
Counselors, yes.
So how does that go about?
Now, the Peer Counselors Association was started way back in 2015, and also it is running all over the country. But peer counseling, associations don't train because now when we talk about counseling, it goes for about 2 years. So what happens? Peer Counselors has partnered with the Selene such that after the sensitization all over the country from any region, once you get a number of people who would want to be trained, you again now refer them to Serene for training. Yes.
Okay, so when they go to the communities, what is the group that they deal with? Is there anyone they just offer their services to everyone, or there is a specific group?
Thank you. I started by saying that we work for the community.
Yes.
So as long as this person, whoever we are talking to, is able to understand the concept behind what we are sharing, of course they are eligible.
Oh,
However, I
okay.
would say this, mostly we start from class 6. Remember,
Okay.
we would think that a class 6 pupil is too young, but they have a lot in them, and sometimes we tell ourselves that they don't go through stress. So we start from the class 6 students or all along to the university, but again we are also not limited to the students only. We still work for the organizations. And let me say this, we were privileged by the grace of God to train the provincial, to train the administrators and especially the chiefs. We also trained the police. Yes. And we have been given those opportunities by the government also to train their officers. So that is something that we did, and especially in 2020 and 2021. But it is not that we have stopped, but by then we had that opportunity.
Wow.
But it is still there even today.
Wow. And so someone might be wondering, hey, Emily, peer counseling ni nini?
So I said it is an association for sensitization. We sensitize people through the peer counseling. So we can sensitize any person in the community because we are not limited to anyone. Yeah, that's why we end up going to churches. We go to the government offices, we go to schools, we go to workplaces. Yeah, you can find us anywhere. Yes.
And you've mentioned you go and sensitize the people.
Yes.
Also, I would love to get to understand more about that. So in what area do you sensitize the people on?
Thank you. Many times we talk about the issue to do the mental wellness.
Oh, mental wellness.
Yes,
Okay.
but we are sometimes very specific. Like we address issues to do with stress, issues to do with stress and burnout. If we are talking to like the people who are employed, people with families, we also talk about the workplace challenges. We also talk about the child counseling. When we are sensitizing the ECD teachers. Yeah, it depends with the group that we are going to meet. So we usually have different topics for each group because of their professionalism.
Yes. And I would also like to get to understand that throughout the years that you've been working, you've said it has been there for quite a number of years.
Yes.
So what are some of those challenges? Because one thing, to be honest, when you get to hear that you're going to the community, people will either take it positively or negatively.
Yeah.
So what are some of those challenges you've undergone as you do that?
Okay, thank you. Yeah, challenges are there. Because sometimes people just look at you like they are not very sure about what you are doing, who you are, and why come to us for a free service. You know, you really get free services in Kenya amongst our people. Yes, so why give us a free service? But sometimes you are blessed more when you give.
Yes, true.
Than waiting to receive. So when we give out all this to our community, at the end of the day, we are able to get a good return, because we serve a living God.
Yes.
And he's a faithful God. He's
Yes.
a just God. So at the end of it, the word of God says that if you plant, of course you will reap. So us, that is what we desire to do. We plant more. And at the end of it, the Lord allows us to reap.
Amazing,
Yes.
amazing. So I can see people here who are tuning in. There is Nicholas K. Gethenja anasema, well done, my colleague Jane. Keep up the spirit. He is listening. There is Laura also anasema, well done, madam. Also there is Jane Nganga who is saying, watching namesake. Our namesake tuned. He or she. Sorry. Paul Jane, you are tuning in and unasema you are watching. Also there is Jan Agishohi anasema tuning in as well. Sasa there is this aspect in the world we are living today, watu wengi hawaja embrace psychology. Unaweza sema ni kwa nini? Kwa sababu even as you're training the pastors, pastor kenda akisema I have trained in psychology and also I have gone to the theology class. Kuna mtu atamwangalia, so uko hapo katikati ama what is happening? So why do you feel is the gap? Why haven't people appreciated psychology?
Now, I would say most of us, we look at the things that can be seen by people. And we again tell ourselves, as long as the cause that I want to undertake is not marketable, then I'm not ready for it.
Okay.
So
okay.
I think that poses a challenge to our community. But I would say, if something is helping you to start with, that is the best thing.
If something is helping
yes,
you.
if it is of great help to me as an individual, I think at the end of the day, it will profit me and many other.
Yes.
If I can give an example of myself, I'm a married woman with children, and I can testify, even as I sit here, that counseling has really worked in my life. With my family, it has enabled us to live in a different way than maybe if I had not done counseling, perhaps things could be different. And I always say, many times, even when I talk to the pastors, that there are those things that a pastor should do to the washirika, but there are those things that the congregants should do. Now, there is a part for this church goer, for this member of the church, and there is a part for the pastor. If only we can do this counseling and learn to work on our issues without bothering our pastors too much, then it will be too easy for our pastors to lead us to salvation and go to heaven faster.
Wow. So kuna watu wanapeleka every kind of issue to kwa pastor.
Exactly.
But if they are knowledgeable,
Yes.
that you can go out and help yourself actually. Okay, not helping yourself, but getting
Dealing
to
with
learn.
your issues.
Dealing with your
Yes,
issues.
in a constructive way. Yes.
So tusiseme ati ni ubaya ama ni kitu ingine yenye haifai.
Yeah.
It is important because actually it is true. You find that a man of God is overly worked.
True.
Because probably this person has to do with 50 members of the church. Not even 50, tuseme to 100.
Yes.
Kila mtu huyu alipigana na bibi jana.
Yes.
Huyu mtoto wake alifanya nini? Huyu wote they are coming to this person.
Yes.
No, usisahau pia yeye
A human being.
is a human being, has a family,
Yes.
anapitia issues zake pia. So this is something that people should embrace.
Yes.
And also tell us more about why is it not so loud? Because even getting to offices, if you tell me you are a counselor, I will ask you, where can I meet up with you? But there are those who will tell me, the moment I don't have an office, so what brings that?
The issue to do with an office?
Yeah, not just office, but people, we could say that the psychologists,
Yes.
hawana, tuseme, okay, stake kusema hawana kazi, but hawajajulikana sana na watu.
Thank you. When it comes to issues of life, many times you need to show people what you have and what
Okay.
you can do. And this is where we should be heading to. If only you can go out there show people what you can do, tell them what you do. They will decide whether to buy you or not. But you see, if I get this certificate and sit on it, and the only thing that will remain with me is to say that, I'm a counselor. At the end of the day, people will start wondering, kazi yako ni nini? So, please show yourself. Let people see you. Let them hear you. Let them know that there is something that you can do for them. And at the end of the day, you will be known. You will be given some work to do. You will be called by organizations and groups because counseling work is a lot. Yes.
Amazing. And also you can tell us with your line, with your organization, how do you offer these courses? Is it affordable to anyone who wishes to get enrolled in it?
Yeah, very affordable actually, because we've partnered with quite a number of organizations so that we can make it favorable for everybody. So those days, counseling was very, very expensive, but nowadays we've been able to bring the payments a bit low to ensure that each and every person is accommodated. Because as I said, our main aim is to help the community. So we have two kinds of counseling. We have certificate course that goes for 6 months and a diploma course that goes for 1.5 years. So the payments vary because of course a 6 months course cannot cost the same like the one that is going for 18 months. So if you are going for a 6 months course, you need to pay 1,500 for a month. Every month.
Wow.
Then you study twice in a month. Only 2
Hold
times.
up. This is something juicy.
Yes, 2 times. Yeah, because most of the times we deal with adults. And these people, they are going on with their daily life.
They have jobs.
They need to work. They need to take care of many issues. So we don't hold them the whole month. So they come only 2 times in a month. Depending on their agreements.
Okay.
That is for the certificate class. Also, for the diploma class, they still come twice in a month. Twice in a month for a period of 18 months. So the payment is 2,750 per month. Yes.
Per month.
Yes.
So it is affordable.
Very much
It is
affordable.
something that pia wewe mwenyewe, this is not only helping you, but you'll also share the knowledge with people. And utapata, we will minimize the issues of personal issues.
Yes.
Utaweza kujua venye utajihandle,
Yes.
na pia ujue venye utahandle your neighbor.
Yes.
Wow, that is so good. And where are you located?
We are. I said we are here in Nakuru, Mache Plaza, third floor. That's where we have the main college. But I said we are all over the country.
Yes.
So anyone who is listening to me from any corner of our country, you can reach us. And closer to where you are, you will get something to do with our course. Yes, you just need to get in touch with me or with another person around you, but I can direct you and you will be able to get exactly where you can go and train.
Nice.
Yes.
Please give us your infos, your number.
Yeah, my number, I said I'm Jane Canio, is 0722 36 71 08. Yes.
So also, is that when they call you, they will get the help?
Yes, once you call me, we'll direct you in case you are not aware. And when you realize that I'm not picking your call, I'm very good in picking calls, but you see, like now I cannot answer any call. Kindly write me a text. I'm very good in text messages, and I will be able to come back to you. Yes.
So it is in any part of the nation.
In any part of the nation.
Wow.
Yes.
That is so profound, and that is so good when we get to have organizations who are coming out to help everyone to know about their wellness being their day-to-day living. Wow.
Yes.
It's been an honor having you.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
allow me to say something else.
Please do.
We not only offer counseling, we also have very many other courses. But allow me to mention a course that we call Alternative Dispute Resolution. Alternative Dispute Resolution, yes.
Okay.
And in short, we call it mediation. That course has been allowed by the judiciary to take place in our country. So how does it go? The judiciary realizes that there is a very heavy backlog in our courts, and they are not able to deal with all those cases. And some of these cases, okay, they are not very serious in nature, because you see, like, you can be my neighbor and we have a dispute over our
Clothesline.
Yeah, a clothesline. So what happens? They have allowed Serene to train the mediators, and the training goes for 4 days. You are trained for 4 days. You are given a certificate, and when you get this certificate, you can now apply to the judiciary. So the judiciary will be able to go through your papers, and of course, we shall train you because you have qualified, and they'll be able to accredit you. Accrediting means they will allow you to work for their cases outside the court.
Na ni 4 days
You
umetrainiwa.
are trained for only 4 days.
How much is that?
It's 25,000.
Wow, but it's worth it. Tunapewa kazi na
Yes,
judiciary.
kazi iko. And now if you will train for, I mean, if you will be getting those cases from the judiciary will pay you. And it's another good thing for us also. It's good for us to hear that nowadays we are recommending, and it is recommended, that we should not be taking our every other case to court. If the case is something that can be handled
resolved,
outside,
yeah.
family disputes, issues to do with succession, issues to do with just minor issues, they can be sorted by the private mediator who is trained, especially by us, Elaine Mediation Center. And at the end of the day, you will be able to get a shilling. And it's so beautiful that you can earn even at the comfort of wherever you are.
At the comfort of your plot.
Even as we keep on saying hakuna kazi, hakuna kazi, I think as I started by saying, sometimes it is because we always wait for some kazi to be brought to us, but we are never ready to go out and see what we can do.
Wow.
Otherwise, we have all these opportunities and many others. Yeah.
Wow, that is so good. You people are doing an amazing job.
Yes.
And it's our hope that every Kenyan who is listening, kama una feel unaweza kuwa mediator, call that number, and when you do that, you call that number, that is one way to getting your job. And so that is what we've had for you in wellness. Also, you can say hello to a few people because time yetu actually isha.
Yeah.
Say hello to a few people.
So I want to say hello to my husband, Mr. Kiarie, to my daughter, and the one who is here with me also.
Yes.
And to the KCPA team that is watching.
Yeah.
I also have my comrades from Mount Kenya University, my colleagues, quite a number. They are watching, and I know that they have enjoyed the show.
Yes.
And just to thank them so much for being live so that they can see me. And I'm trusting that we shall move along well.
Kabisa.
Yes.
So thank you so very much. Please make sure you contact the number. It's good to get to learn. It's good. Mizpa TV is all about helping you grow spiritually, physically, emotionally, every aspect of your life. So always take opportunity when we present them to you by the grace of God. Always make sure you grab and run with them. And so that has been a Wellness Wednesday.